Almost 2 months ago, we showed you what local fishermen were building to give back to the lake that has given them so much.
Now it's time to take what they built and put it to work. Steve Nichols shows us through his lens how the fishing community is improving Lake Shelbyville's habitat for decades to come.
Fish habitat is getting a nice upgrade in Lake Shelbyville. Now, earlier this year, we showed you a great big group of volunteers coming together to build Shelbyville cubes at Chips Marine just south of Sullivan. Well, now it's time to put them to work.
Lake's 50+ years old, so it's definitely aging. We're losing a lot of the structure, so we're trying to replace the structure and with something that's going to last for quite some time.
Dozens of them were dropped on this trip, but not without some careful planning.
1, 2, 3, 4.
With some really valuable guidance from some local anglers, it was time to get them in the water.
Well, we're trying to place them in places that we know that fish like to use so that they're, in the right place. And then we're putting them up and down the lake in a variety of places so that, we get more fishermen are able to use them, and fish are more active in different parts of the lake during different seasons. So hopefully we find the right, they're in the right place in the right season for the fishermen to use.
Now, a lot of consideration went into the design to make sure that they were fish and angler friendly.
We know the fish are attracted to them, these Georgia cubes and Shelbyville cubes. They make excellent fish attractors, and their fishermen are finding fish, and they actually like fishing them because they're almost completely snag-proof. If you do get snagged, you just shake your jig 99 times out of 100, it'll come right off.
The local fishermen have stated that these structures are holding fish.
We had a crappie tournament, and there was 2 individuals that solely fished off the cubes, and they come in 5th place. So, they did real good.
Long-term studies will be conducted to evaluate just how effective they are on species of fish and total biomass. Now, other projects have been tried to improve fish habitat, but with limited short-term success.
Our Christmas tree drops and things like that really help, but 2 to 3 years they deteriorate. These will be in here a long time.
Now, the goal is to have over 200 of these things built and sunk in the lake this year.
Yeah, we're putting them out pretty steady. We got 3 more builds this year, so another 150 we got planned.
Now, to complete a project of this size, a whole community of fishermen had to come together to get the job done.
Yeah, we rely on volunteers making these things and also helping us transport and place them. Without that, we would not have nearly what we have in the lake, and no hopes for doing what we're planning on accomplishing, which is thousands.
And in case you were wondering, the locations of these structures are not a secret.
Lake Shelbyville Fish Attractor Maps. You'll get the Corps of Engineers website will pop up, and then there's a link to where the maps and the coordinates are actually located. 3004.
As you heard earlier, there's 3 more of these builds coming up. So if you want to help out or volunteer in any way, contact the Lake Shelbyville Project Office or give Chips Marine a call. Through my lens in Shelbyville, this is Steve Nichols, WAND.
Now, I know they said these structures are nearly snag-proof, but nothing is snag-proof around Steve. He literally caught his own ear while fishing with a dry fly, and he has a scar to prove it.
Oh, my goodness.
It does not surprise me with Steve.
It doesn't surprise me either.
He is very accident-prone. So, honestly, I'm surprised he hasn't fallen in the lake when he's been on all these boats.
That's so true. And, whenever we went, when Meredith and I did the story on crappie fishing, he was just slinging his line around, and I was ducking, and I was like, Steve, where are you going? It was fun. It was a good time.